नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidars, Kotaris, visitors, viewers, sitting with us through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. The city is sitting with us through two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. Toronto, Tirukkayilayam, Ohio, Prayag, Seattle, Chidambaram, Houston, Kalahasti, Scottsdale, Arizona, Hyderabad, Gupta Kashi, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Nithyananda University, Paris, Charlotte, Srisailam, St. Louis, Tirumala, Morris Plains, New Jersey, Columbus, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Singapore, Singapuram, Vancouver, Canada, Jorpati, Nepal, San Jose, Madurai, London, Kashi, and Phillip Island, Australia, Port Washington, New York, Enriching Temple, Bidadi, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Los Angeles, Hollywood, Rajapalayam, Adinam, Ohio, Shivananda, San Jose, Madurai, San Antonio, Texas, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and some more cities. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today, the seventh day of the Nithyananda Brahmotsavam, Leela of taking the responsibility of Madhuriyadinam. And today we have Chariot Festival, Tirutherottam. Chariot Festival also is there. Let me enter into Satsang after receiving the blessings of Mahadeva by offering Arti to Mahadeva. Let me enter into today's satsang. Get ready. I am going to enter into Upanishad Mantras. Prepare yourself. Please understand, this is the first, foremost, and final words given to the universe, from the universe, given to humanity from the cosmos. Listen, This is the first and foremost and final word. Upanishads are not like science, every day developing. For example, today a scientist will come and declare something as truth. Everyone will agree. That will be considered as truth. People will make their life's decisions, align everything based on the truth. In 10 years, another scientist will come and prove that the whole thing is false and declare something else as truth. Then people will align their life towards that. Then after 5 years, somebody else will come and declare that is lie and prove something else as truth. Understand, if the truth is going to be changing tomorrow, it is not truth even today. Upanishads are not like science, which is evolving or changing. It is like a scientist carry a lantern in a thick forest and tell the truths about the forest to the world. Oh, there are 10 trees and 2 snakes and dark. When you walk further, no, forest is not just 10 trees and 2 snakes. It is more than 25 trees and 2 elephants. When you walk further, no, it is not even 25 trees. Any side we turn the lantern, it is trees all around and different types of animals. This is what is science. But Upanishads are a rishi sitting and seeing the whole forest in the flash of lightning and describing it. Understand, the lantern descriptions will always change. But a rishi sitting in the peak of the hill, seeing the whole thing in one flash of lightning and penning it down is Upanishads. Understand the difference between these two. Upanishads are first, foremost and final word on truth. First, foremost and final word on truth. Nothing like Upanishads declares all the truths in so close to the heart, in such a closer way to the heart. Such beautiful way to live, user friendly. Understand, clean your whole cognition and keep it ready. I am going to reveal the first, foremost, final words given to all of us directly by the cosmos, without any interference of sons or prophets or any ambassador. No ambassador. Not even incarnations, avatars. No. I wanted all of you to know, Gita is considered as Upanishads, not Upanishad. Gita is considered as Upanishad, not Upanishad. Even the words of the incarnations, are not kept in the same level of Upanishads in Hindu tradition. Shruti, heard. Understand, Upanishads are not said by any rishis. It is heard by the rishis. Who said it? It's a cosmos sang about itself. So, no son of God, no ambassador of God, no prophet of God, no incarnation of God wrote this book. It is directly universe declares about itself universally to the universe. Clear up all your old cognitions about life. Clear up all your old cognitions about God. Drop all your old cognitions about you. Drop your old cognitions about the world. Drop all your old cognitions and be fresh to receive the original cosmic cognition from the cosmos itself to plan and live your life as cosmos wants you to live. It is so juicy, I tell you. This is the word I should use. The Upanishads are so juicy and so spicy. It is a lot of spice. To tell you honestly, it's not dry book. It gives such amazing understandings. It has a lot of juice. It has a lot of beauty. It has a lot of joy. It's so full of life. It is so full of life. Each Upanishad mantra is a cosmic cognition for you to live as cosmos. Your relationship with you, your relationship with God, your relationship with life, your relationship with everything can be defined and redefined with these Upanishadic mantras. Upanishadic mantras. Upanishadic mantras are far more powerful than any sound you can hear on the planet Earth. In such powerful vibration, such powerful truths, you are going to receive it. Get ready. Get ready. Maybe you will start hearing about the Upanishadic mantras from 13th. On that auspicious day of Avatara Dinotsava, today all I wanted to tell every one of you, prepare yourself, clean up all your old cognitions about you, complete with all of them. Because you are going to complete with completion itself. I forgot to talk about completion. For last so many days, I did not even utter the word completion. Maybe it is time to complete with completion itself. And enter into the complete completion space. Completion with all incompletions, uncompletion. And entering into the space of complete completion, which Upanishads describe as the state of the cosmos, as the state of the universe. Keep yourself ready for the cosmic cognitions, because each verse of the Upanishads, if I have to give an example, the second verse of the Upanishad says, decide to live hundreds of years, living in this liberated way. Come on. What a life affirmative. Science, the sciences. It is not life negative. And every one of your DNA who hears these mantras will be deciding, supported to decide and programmed to live hundreds of years. I am telling you. I'll teach you not just giving you these cosmic cognitions, making them as core of you, your DNA, your very biomemory, your very muscle memory. Your very biomemory, your very muscle memory. Each of the verse should be heard, loved, cherished, digested, lived, radiated, and enriched. Get ready, dropping all the old cognitions to live this new cognition. Removing these old cognitions and recording these new cosmic cognitions called Upanishads into your very core, into your very DNA, is what I am calling cosmic cognition.